Today we're going to do a demonstration of the assembly of the Forrest Model 548 work table. The work table is designed to work with our jacketing shears. This is a Model 648 4-foot metal jacketing shear. It's not fully assembled right now, leaving the blade down, the guard off, just to make our lives a little easier as far as working around the machine. After we have the table assembled, we can then put the blade up, obviously put the guard on, but for now, leave the blade in the safe condition. The work table is collapsible to make it more easily field portable. No, this is not something you want to take up and take down several times a day, but it does pack flat for easy transportation. Fonzie and I are going to demonstrate the assembly of this for you here. Start off, Fonzie, you grab that one. We have these sawhorses. They pop out. Legs lock out like this. We'll set them well clear of the machine for now. We'll assemble the table here, bring it up to the shear, and then attach it to the shear. The table has two leaves. There is a left and a right side. The left side has a guide on it. It's pretty conspicuous. You'll see that in just a moment here. Fonzie, let's pick this up and put it to the position it roughly where it's going to want to go. Where are your bolt holes? Here, I'm going to lift this up and run this back to about where these bolt holes are. We'll use the drift to get them in. So the table bolts down to the sawhorses. We'll do this left side first, and then we'll bring in the right side. As always with these things, getting it started is the hard part. There it is. I'm cheating. I brought a drift here to help get it all lined up. There it is. I'll go ahead and do the second one and send both bolts. Damn, Fonzie, got it in one. Did we? Oh, nope, not quite. Okay. We can now bring in the other leaf. You can see, we've got this guide edge here. When we assemble this table to the shear, this guide edge will line up with the guide edge on the shear, so when you pay out your metal, you know you're getting a straight cut. Okay. Hang on to that, please. lesson, that's basically how the table bolts together. We'll put nuts on the bottom of this real quick. Let's just hand tighten the nuts on the bottom of these real quick. Yipes, grab that for me. Thanks, sir. So now we can pick up and move the table assembly as we need to. Next step is to put the splice plate on. Well, that's actually what's going to fix the position of this relative to this. So it mounts here. Again, you've got matching holes. These are countersunk. We've got flathead bolts. Let me get those bolts real quick. Flathead bolts with a flat washer. Put the flat washer on the underside such that the nut doesn't pull into the wood. Suppose somebody smarter than me would have already had these nuts off these screws. Okay. See your bolt holes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at least two of them. Snow goes down away right now for demonstration purposes. So the next trick is to match up the table to the shear frame. I'm going to bring the camera over so you can see this a little better. Okay, so a little bit kludgy here, I'll admit. This splice plate here will match up to the holes drilled in the table frame. On the, what I call the operator side of the machine, simple bolt hole here and the matching plate matches up to a hole in the shear frame. On this side, things don't line up quite as well with a standard piece of 4-foot wide plywood. So we have this matching plate. So what we'll do now, Fonz, if you get on that side, please. We'll just pick the table up, bring it in roughly into position. Fonzie, if you would lead eyeball us in on that hole. Probably need to bring the back around a bit, do we? What does it look like? Okay. So pretty straightforward there. Got a bolt that will pass through, bring the side up here, and then our somewhat kludgy splice plate to match the splice plate up to the shear frame. Then you can start working. The only other thing to look for, and this should be set up pretty much already, is you'll want a straight line from the guide piece here to the guide piece here, such that as you pay out your metal, you're running true. Now the benefit of having the 548, besides just having your metal not drop to the floor when you cut it, is this is a good work table. If you're doing any metal work, if you're cutting out fishes for gourd elbows or any old school metal work, it's great to have a solid table. This is 3/4 inch marine grade plywood. It's about well, certainly better than the work table I have in my own garage at home. But that is the procedure for attaching the model 548 to a 648 jacketing shear. I'll make one note. We have also a model 636 jacketing shear, whereas this machine is designed to cut 4-foot metal, 648 is designed to cut 3-foot metal. The splice plate has a hole to match into a hole on the 3-foot shear frame. Procedure for setting up the table is exactly the same. You just have one hole different. Thank you for calling Forrest Manufacturing for your specialty insulation fabrication equipment needs.